walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. I'm too on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift from a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go, come on. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Kelly.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
We are going.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Let's go,
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43.
319.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, That patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Excellent.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air one out. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Green 18. Yeah, Liz. Kelly. On left, Kelly. Green 18.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Green 19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
That's fine. Yeah. Right now, you got 58.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them. to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
319!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Zoom. Hey!
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there, 26 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Box it.
The give is to Jones. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
A give to Jones. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
319. Strong right. Tighten up. By 10. Strong right.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Crosby can't get it to come back. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Looking deep downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Hey, Mike! Hey, hurry up!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12.
319. Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to float this one deep right. And this is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. DJ Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Butker now to add the extra point. To the football, it's blocked.
Turnover. That's what we do. Other way.
Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
319. Zoom. Jumbo. Gun. Quit talking about it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Everyone's got 4 down. Buzz, be ready.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for KC. 44 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early and try and create a big play.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Switch it. 319. 319. Like 10. Hey, watch the slant. 319.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On third down, it's Jones, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26. 319. Jumbo. I got 40. We are going. Check motion.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
319. Hurry up.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And out come the Chiefs now. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Detroit!
They go play action here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 1 is offered an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Although the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On play action, now Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll go again to Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they try to sweep to Jones. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a KC touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Zone. I'll go over here. Jump out.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 30 yards there. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Back to throw here. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
319.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Blue 58. Switch. Hey, where y'all going? Mike 12. Zoom. Got it.
Here's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
319.
On second down, here's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming.
Back to norm. Gun. That's fine, yeah.
Now Rodgers. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Crosby connects on the extra point. They're all through now, by the way, in the Meadowlands. And it was the Jets that came away victorious there. A win would be their first of the young season. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 46 yards. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hot!
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2. So sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here.
Gone! 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 Gone!
They're going to try and run. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Boy, were they clicking on him.